What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Got a couple of nice duels for you guys to check out. Our first duel is going to be pretty much the epitome of Caveman Yu-Gi-Oh! Because we got True Dracos facing off against Malefics. Malefics can actually out True Draco because their beaters are significantly bigger. And usually that's how True Draco kind of wins. A lot of times its beaters are just so large that the opponent cannot really get over them, especially if they have things like the Monarch's Erupt to make it so their opponent can't use their monster effects. And then you can have Diagram making your monsters even bigger and making your monsters not be destroyed by battle. But Malefics are on a different level. I mean, these dudes kind of just like start at 4,000 attack, and you know, they've got a synchro that's 4,000 attack. They have other synchros they drop that are 4K, and then even the Malefic Truth Dragon is like 5,000 attack, and it might make an appearance in this duel. So let's see how this is going to shake out. So True Draco up first, and anytime as a Draco player you open with Card of Demise, you're pretty much happy with that. He does have to get rid of the Inspector Border. He couldn't summon it because he already had a monster on field, and he's just going to pass. I think he has another Card of Demise set, so like you feel okay about this. Against Sky Striker, if they had, you know, a bunch of removal cards, maybe not so, but I think he feels pretty comfortable with his position. Anyways, he's going to plus off the Malefic Territory, which gets in the field spell. He is going to go straight into one of those synchros, and this is one of the good things about Malefics is the fact that you can crank out 4,000 attack synchros off of one card, and it's not bad. Nether Soul cannot be destroyed by battle, which is kind of redundant for a 4,000 attack monster. I would have much rather had it not be destroyed by card effects. When a monster is that big, what exactly are you doing there? Magical Mallet was a little weird, but he's going to activate that Malefic Selector, one of the best cards in the deck because it can just be a +1. And now, don't look now, but he has 4,000 attackers. This is what I mean. Malefics can kind of bully the True Draco deck, where True Draco are like, we got all these beaters. He flips over Monarch's Erupt. That ain't doing nothing to this deck, bro. Come on now. He's going to activate Malefic Divide in the battle phase, and what that's going to do is it's going to bring back his gear, and check this play out. So he's going to ram his gear into his opponent's Ignis Heat just so that he can summon the Truth Dragon from this deck, and now he has 4,000 plus beaters. Now, in that case, I guess it really didn't matter whether his opponent had the Erupt on field, because Truth Dragon's effect, I think it blows up all monsters your opponent controls if you destroy a monster by battle on your opponent's side of the field. But it wouldn't have mattered because that was his last monster, so not really applicable there. The card's not really giving him much value. The Skill Drain or the Monarch's Erupt might come into play a little bit later, but you can see he clearly has enough beaters on field. Now that the extra copy of Card of Demise is actually big, because the way that True Draco have to navigate this is essentially by using the traps kind of as your removal. He basically has to dig for his, like, you know, copies of True King's Return and or his one copy of True King's Return, Apocalypse and stuff like that. Sadly, he is going to constantly be able to get Apocalypse on field because of the Dynamite Knuckle. What I think he should have done, I don't think he should have activated any effects. I mean, he already had an Apocalypse anyways, but I think he should have just honestly just kept attacking and not tried to use any type of effects, and then see if he could get rid of the Draco monsters that way without his opponent getting any monsters. Because him using the Apocalypse right there, he's able to take down 2 monsters, one with the Apocalypse when it's destroyed in battle, and then one with the Apocalypse being sent to the graveyard. His Malefic Truth Dragon does save him, but all he has to do is just send another trap to the graveyard, and now it kind of feels like he is on his last leg. Malefic Selector is going to get him even more cards, but again, the problem is he keeps on activating these cards, and the True Draco player is just plussing. Now, this card is still kind of awesome, even by today's standards. The Malefic Paradox Dragon, 4,000 attack, especially considering it can summon back one of your synchro monsters straight from the graveyard. And imagine if this Monarch's Erupt wasn't on field, he'd be able to get this, well, I think it's somewhere down here. He'd be able to get the Nether Soul Dragon, and I mean, that's actually pretty damn nice, being able to Monster Reborn a 4,000 attack monster. But it doesn't matter, his opponent has Monarch's Erupt and Summon Limit just as like icing on the cake, so he's going to be able to get some attacks through. Oh no, actually he's not. Another copy of Apocalypse. He attacks again. He knows that the duel is over. He's down to 2,500 life points. If the Malefic player maybe had some spell and trap removal and he was able to get rid of Diagram or maybe, you know, some of the other cards, I think that he would have been able to hang in there. But that is a GG no re. He just kind of got out-resourced slowly but surely. Anyways, next duels are going to be Endymion versus Baby Raccoons. This is a 2 out of 3, but I'm not going to lie, Game 3 was so bad, I don't even want to show you guys the duel, but we'll just focus on Games 2 and 3. Game 1 is like a great display of what the Endymion archetype can do. Go first, you know, activate things like Servant, and basically just like special summon from your deck. You can see he gets a Jackal that instantly gets you into Electromite, drawing even more cards with Allure of Darkness, and then you can activate Pot of Desires. All these builds are going to run Pot of Desires, by the way. He's probably going to have a massive Pendulum Summon of at least 3 or 4 cards. I'm going to say probably 4, but we could even see like 5 cards. All right, so it's just actually 3. And I mean, this is still a triple negation because Endymion, like the Sorcerer Supreme is a negation, and then obviously the double Jackals. If his opponent activates any spell cards, both Jackals are instantly online. There's a spell card that's going to be negated though, so that one doesn't actually count. Obedient School does actually count because that is going to resolve, and now the Jackals are both getting counters on them. Actually, I don't think it actually matters because I keep forgetting that these spell counter cards can remove counters from anywhere on the field, so they don't have to remove counters from themselves. If you have the Mythical Citadel, which is in his hand, you can use it from that. Now, I think he is going to probably try to go for Ronin Raccoon here. One of the only ways of getting over some of these big beaters like Sorcerer Supreme. He does have the copy of Nissus Radiance, and that can actually buff his token up a little higher. Plus, he has Monster Reborn. Let's see. No way I think that he can win this turn, even with like Boil Sword or something. I just don't really see it happening. He's going to go for Wind Up Kitten. Now he's going for Ronin Raccoon. He's going to get a 3100 attack token. Not bad. Attacking over Electromite and Sorcerer Supreme. Sorcerer Supreme is going to add a card, and that's another reason why the card is so good. Not only does it have built-in negation, but even when it dies, it just like floats into another monster. So like, don't let anyone ever tell you that's a hard card to summon. This turn, he should be able to do another big Pendulum Summon. Also, even though that token is like really big, this is why you run things like Master Cerberus. Master Cerberus can also get around monsters like this that cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. Well, if he got rid of that token, he would be able to be destroyed by battle or card effect. But Master Cerberus is just like another removal card. He tries to get rid of the Kaijuto Tower. Don't know why it protects itself, but it's fine. This deck is like honestly kind of foolproof. You're just going to Boil Sword Dragon at this point. He did Pendulum Summon like 3 monsters, and his opponent is not going to live to see next turn. The last duel is actually going to be significantly quicker and much more to the point. This time, Raccoons are going to be able to go first, and Raccoons basically are just going to win off of 1 card. So he doesn't even need to activate the Kaijuto Waterfront. All he needs to go is Rescue Cat. Rescue Cat, as soon as I saw that, I was like, he's gonna make Naturia Beast. Makes Naturia Beast against a Pendulum deck. Homeboy basically has 5 or 6 spells. GG no re. He's just gonna negate everything. I mean, this is like some old school tactics right here. Make Naturia Beast turn 1 against a Pendulum deck and just like laugh at them as they just activate card after card after card. He's getting all his cards negated. He's gonna let him use Allure of Darkness. He ends up just banishing his entire hand, and he just scoops off of that. So yep, Nat Beast still putting in that work, and there are decks like Crusadia and others that can make Naturia Beast off of like 1 card, because these decks all run Rescue Cat, and Rescue Cat is a 1 card Naturia Beast. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed those duels. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.